Welcome to the OpenJ9 community call for July 5th. If you haven't already, please add your name and company affiliation to the minutes. So if there's anything anyone has that they want to bring up right now, please speak up. Otherwise, we'll continue with the regular agenda. We have no lightning talks scheduled for today. I'll look at the user-raised issues. There's been quite a few that have come in the past week. So an issue with the async profiler, I think somebody was looking at. Touch API is enabled by default, and some customers don't like that. I think that's an IBM Java 8 issue. Probably we should just close it for OpenJ9 and deal with it within IBM. Question about loading JIT on Alpine Linux, which isn't a supported platform. There's 4 new crashes in the JIT that I've added to the 034 milestone. Although we should probably confirm that they're not regressions, recent regressions for 033. And a question about controlling the JIT data size, which somebody's answered. Does anyone have anything to bring up about the recent user-raised issues or any user-raised issues?
I'm going to debug this allocation path failure just to triage to see where it's failed. And also, I just already triaged another one, this 15476. There is a bad static object in RAM statics in the class. So I put comments there. I'm not sure who should investigate next, JIT or VM.
Okay, well, I think they all said that they were not reproducible with Xint, so we'll probably start with JIT. I don't see Daryl on the call, but I'll make sure he knows about these. But I guess it's just more issues similar to the ones we already have, a number of which are moved to the 034 milestone. So we'll continue to address them as we have time. Thanks, Dimitri, for doing the triage. Okay, so for the 033 release, we're down to 2 issues. One, to update OpenSSL to the latest security update, of which there is a very recent one, 111Q. So that doesn't seem to be a smooth update as it doesn't compile on AR64 Mac. So the security fix, or the fix for the security vulnerability in 111 doesn't seem to impact OpenJ9. So I might just do a workaround to continue using the older version on AR64 Mac so that we can update everything else to 111Q just so they're using the latest versions. And then there's a FIPS issue that we're looking to get more information about if we need something else to go into the 033 release. So we're hoping to start M2 builds tomorrow. For 034, we have 79 issues today. Last week it was 66, which is the number that was recorded in the minutes. And so we're not going in the right direction. There's a new acceptance build with update plus 29 to triage to see if there's any new issues that we haven't seen before. And we'll get that promoted if not. And unless anybody else has anything about 034, I think we can go into the component updates. Okay, Jack, can you take us through the updates to Project Loom?
Yes, Pete. So for Project Loom, there's been a slight delay in the basic virtual thread support due to unexpected failures in the testing. So the issue is with multi-threaded virtual threads, there is the possibility that a thread may be resumed during the scheduling process to a different carrier thread than the original one that started it, which may cause issues with the entry local storage being incorrect on the stack. So that's causing a crash in the VM when we're trying to re-enter the interpreter. So we would have to add that into the J9 VM continuation structure. Also, I've noticed during the enter phase of continuation entry, current carrier thread is causing a yield, which we might need to look into of making that an intrinsic function to avoid the enter and exit of a JNI call. Currently, I have the changes done locally, and I've verified that the basic continuation testing passes. So I'm looking to push this in after I fix the merge conflict with the existing master branch to have that do a final review and merge. In terms of the GC issue, GC team is working on it. They have estimated that it should take them about a week or two to have everything complete on their side. They are already looking into pushing in the first PR this week to address the basic functionality for supporting Loom in the scanning. From the JIT side, Daryl have mentioned that they'll be looking into the pinning support this week. And in terms of the due date, I've pushed everything back by a week to make sure we get the needed review done in order before we push the changes into the branch.
Okay, does anybody have any questions or comments about Loom support? Thanks, Jack. For Panama, Cheng, do you have an update?
There's not much on my side because code changes still under code review.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we have anyone to give us an adopt update? See anybody? We don't have Adam for machine updates. The builds seem to go fine. I haven't triaged all of them from the weekend, but our 033 builds looked fine, so I assume the machines at OpenJ9 are in good order. CMake, we were working through updating the different versions to use CMake by default. We did 8 and 11, and I assume we'll be doing 17 and above at some point. I don't see Devin on the call. For JIT server, I don't see Marius. Same for MicroJIT. Toby, do you have an update for CRIU?
Yeah, we released the early access build last week, and for the next one, we're just planning to get some better deadlock handling in, and so our next target date is the week of the 27th of July.
Okay. You said that's a beta?
That will be another early access of the July early access.
Any questions about CRIU? This is going to be a short call. I don't think we have any updates for Mac M1. Anybody have comments or any other business to discuss? Okay, we'll talk next week. Thanks, everyone.